I hope everybody's doing great. It's been kind of an up and down summer here so far. We had some really super hot weather, and then the last couple of days have been kind of cool, which has actually been kind of nice. Okay, there we go. All right, so we're set there. And let me get back into Zoom. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to take a little bit different approach, okay? Because your time is money, and you know, I appreciate your time. I don't want you to feel like you're going to be stuck on something indefinitely or whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share as much information as I can with you as quickly as efficiently as possible. I'll put it that way. And that way, you can you can actually reach out to me directly if you want to continue further. Okay. And, because I do have a lot of information I want to share with you tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and start my PowerPoint in this, let's see, there we go. And then I'm going to share a short video with you, which is going to pretty much put everything in a nutshell for you. Okay. So what is the benefits of saving in the form of precious metals, gold and silver? Okay, part of why I'm sharing this with you tonight is one of the most simple overlooked techniques that the wealthy use. The wealthy families and wealthy people have multiple streams of income. Everybody knows that, but one of the one common denominator that every wealthy family through the course of time that has had good generational wealth, they've saved in the form of precious metals or gold and silver. And a lot of times you hear that, even when I was being brought up, I heard about the importance of it. And yes, I knew it was always important, but as far as how to go about doing it, I was never aware of the best possible way to do that. And that's one thing that you hear people talk about it, but they never share with you the techniques or ways that they can do it. And a lot of people think that you have to have X amount of dollars in order to be able to save in the form of silver and gold. But the truth of the matter is you don't. Okay, this is something, generational wealth is something that's passed down from generation to generation. It's not something instantaneous where they, hit the lottery or something or the jackpot. These people that had the families that had the generational wealth, it's something, their system and things that they do from generation to generation that continues to build their wealth, hence why it's called generational wealth. But what I'm going to share with you tonight is going to actually show you how, regardless of your background, regardless of your income, like if you're making $15,000 or $150,000 or more, regardless of how much you make, you can actually do this and start building generational wealth for yourself and your family. Okay. And it's basically, bite-sized pieces, incremental steps that build up over the course of time. And then hence it's building the generational wealth as well. Okay. So what I'm going to be covering is, how you can save, who can you trust, and how do you know if you're getting a good deal? Because there's a lot of opportunities out there, a lot of businesses out there that actually can sell you gold and silver. And, but part of what it is knowing what types of silver and gold to save in. Okay, that's one of the big factors there, because a lot of people say, well, I have gold jewelry or silver, I have silver and gold jewelry, and, I have diamond rings and all that. And yeah, that's true. That's one form of saving, and, that's one form of having gold and silver. But the truth of the matter is with that is 300, anything that you have jewelry wise is pretty much like a 300% markup. Okay. If you ever, if you bought something, say for $1,000 and you go to try to, you say you had an emergency came up and you wanted to liquidate it and turn it into cash, odds are you're going to probably walk away with maybe $100, maybe 10% of what you actually paid for it, because a lot of it is markup. And just from a personal experience, I had an engagement ring from a long time ago, and I spent over $3,000 for it, for the engagement ring itself. But when I went to try and liquidate it, or I take it to one of those gold and silver places, and like legitimate ones, not the pop-up ones that came up like years back, but this was, some company. I even went back to the place where I bought it from, which was Rogers and Hollins, and they were only willing to give me, the highest I had offered to me was $279 or $280. So out of a $3,000 purchase that I made, you saw the actual value. And that was the first thing they said to me at Rogers and Hollins, like, well, you know what, you're paying for the markup. You're not really getting the value of the jewelry. So that's something to keep in mind too. Okay. So anyways, like I said, this is something that people can, how can you afford to do this even if you're on a tight budget? Okay. So like I said, regardless of your income, this is something that you can do. And it's something that you can do monthly. And that's the whole key, is to getting into it like a pattern or a set way of doing it. And that way you're constantly building that wealth. Okay. And I'm also going to be sharing with you what your financial institutions and financial advisors do not want you to know. It's stuff that they do know, that, the importance of this, but they're not willing to share it with you. And also how you can start today. And then also, I do have a really, really special opportunity, and this will be something that only if you're interested, you're still going to get value from this presentation. But if you live in the United States, Canada, Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, UK, or Singapore, I have a very special opportunity for you, where how you can actually earn passively in the process while you're saving for your future. Okay, so it's really great opportunity here. So who is this for, real quick? It's for anyone that understands the importance of saving in the form of gold and silver, but they're not really sure how to go about doing it. It's for those who are looking for other options to save and, control how much and how often they save it, how often they do it. It's also for those who have a job that does not have a 401k. Like if you're working for a company or corporation that offers that, I highly encourage you to take advantage of that, because it is a phenomenal opportunity for people. And it's something, where, with 401ks, you pick a percentage that comes out of your check. You don't even see that money. It's taken out even before you get your paycheck, and it's building for you in the background. So that's I highly encourage people to always take advantage of that. And this is something that you can actually do in addition to that. But there are also a lot of people out there that work for companies that do not offer a 401k. And this is something that, it just gives you another option of something that you can look into to take care of yourself. Okay. And like I said, this is something that you do not have to go through anybody to do. You get something that you can take care of yourself. Okay. And it's something that you will basically be handling everything yourself. So you don't have to worry about a middleman or paying somebody to do it. It's also for those who are looking for money for college. Like if you have a son or a daughter or grandkids or something that are wanting to go to school, college after high school. And this is something that it pertained to me specifically, because my son, when I was introduced to this back in December of last year, and I saw this information, I'm like, first off, I was like, everybody's got to know this. And that's hence why I'm bringing it to you guys tonight. But everybody has to know this. But then at the same time, I was like, what can I do to start putting additional money on the side, or additional way of saving to help my son be able to afford college when he graduates? Okay. And he just graduated a couple weeks back here. So he's got his whole life ahead of him, and he's got college coming up. So this is something that actually is going to help me help him. Okay. And it's also for those that are looking to just put, a nest egg on the side and get something growing, having your money grow for you. And then also, it's just, like I said, it's something that you can do in addition to anything else that you have going on. It's also for those, like I said, because I do have a special opportunity for those that are looking to earn an additional income. And that's why I wanted you to make sure you stick around to the end, because I really have a great opportunity to share with you. And I want to make sure that you understand every part of that as well. But it's also for those who are looking for, just wondering what their options are. And it's actually, the video I'm going to share with you here in 1 minute is very informational. So like if you have kids, like high school age kids, or this is something that is good knowledge for them to know, okay, because it's not something that's taught in the general education growing up, in school, and that. But this is something that's very important to know, and it's something that, even if you just share this portion of the video with your sons or daughters or your grandkids or something, this will actually show them the importance of saving in the form of precious metals. So what I'm going to do is, real quick, because I did mention that I will be having a drawing. In order to qualify for the drawing, we have a weekly drawing. It's right now it's a $50 MasterCard, where I would actually mail you the $50 gift card. Or if it's something where you don't want me to mail it to you, if you have a PayPal account, I could always PayPal you the money as well too. But what I do is each week I'm going to have a drawing. So anybody who watches this video, and actually what I want you to do in order to qualify for it is just, after you watch the video or the presentation, send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org and let me know what your biggest takeaway from the presentation was, whether it's the video or something that I shared, whether you liked it, you didn't like it, just give me some feedback. And, if you say you didn't like it, say why. Okay. Don't just say I didn't like it. Okay. Or if you liked it, say that too, what part of it, really stood out to you. That would be great to know, because this is from me to you. It's not from the company that I'm sharing here with you this evening. It has something to do with just from me to you, to appreciate you taking your time to give me some feedback. Okay, and then also anybody who's for the month of June, anybody who watches this who enters in the weekly drawing, they're also as well going to be entered into the monthly drawing, where I'm going to have a special rare collectible to share with you as far as a prize. So if you could do that for me, I would really appreciate that. And that way we're getting kind of the communication going back and forth. Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to pull up a video. And this is I want to introduce you to the gentleman's name is Zach Davis, and he is one of the co-founders of this company called 7K. And the reason why I'm sharing this video is because it's a nice presentation that they had professionally put together, and it actually does a really nice job of covering a lot of information that people need to know, but are not aware of it. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull up this video, and then let's see, new share. Let's do this. Okay. And I'm going to be watching this with you, and then I'll be back on right afterwards. And we're going to, like I said, I'm going to try and keep this really short tonight, and it's a different approach. So I hope you enjoy this video, and I will be here watching it with you.
What metals should I be buying? Who can I trust to buy from? And how can I be more important? How can I afford it? So you're not alone. Most people have these questions, and over the next few minutes,
Okay, bear with me a second here.
we will get you.
There you go.
Idea to own precious metals, but really didn't understand why. So I didn't do anything. This lack of understanding has cost people a lot of money. Quite honestly, we don't want you to make the same mistake. We've watched as far too many people struggle in life. The economy fluctuates, employment issues arise, or unexpected changes come up. Owning gold and silver can help shield you against all of these challenges. At 7K, you'll see that regardless of your financial circumstances, or how much or how little you have to spend, buying gold and silver is easy and accessible. And not only that, it's the smart thing to do. Here at 7K Metals, we use the power of gold and silver to provide a way for people like you to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live exceptional life. Through our exclusive membership, we give you access to the power of precious metals, whether it's bullion, popular traded coins, jewelry, or collectible low-interest great prices, and some you will only find here. How? Because we eliminate the middleman and make relationships with major suppliers across the world to offer you the best of the best, allowing you to start buying with confidence, ultimately saving you money and buying precious metals more important. Now, as we learned more about gold and silver, we realized there was more than just one reason for precious metals. But of everything we learned, there was one thing that really stood out. Quite honestly, disturbed us the most. The single biggest collectors and owners of precious metals are actually the world's largest governments and banks. Interesting, don't you think? We dug a little deeper to fully understand why, and have created a buyer certification program that covers the 5 reasons to buy gold and silver in depth and helps identify what type of buyer you are and which metals are best for you. This program is free with your membership, so you'll have all this knowledge right at your fingertips. In fact, if you stick around to the end of this video, I'll show you how you can essentially get your membership for free as well. So for now, let me get some information in your hands so you can make a decision to buy gold and silver today. The first thing I want to talk about is purchasing power. Purchasing power is the value of a currency expressed in terms of the amount of goods and services that one unit of money can buy. All else being equal, increased money supply increases the amount of goods and services you need to purchase. So just take a look at this chart that shows you the purchasing power of the US dollar from 1913 to 2013. In 1913, the dollar was worth, well, $1. In 2013, $1 was worth 5 cents in purchasing power. We've seen the dollar and all world currencies lose value over time. Some of this is due to inflation, but most of this is because of a change that occurred in 1971. 1971, the U.S. president ended the Bretton Woods Agreement, which cut all ties to currencies being backed by gold. So all at once, all world currencies became fiat currency, meaning they are simply backed by what the government says they are worth. Take this real life scenario, for example. Let's say you wanted to purchase a brand new Mustang in 1965. It would have cost you $20 or 500 silver coins. Today, that same $2,500 won't get you the car. With the same 2,500 silver coins, you buy 2 cars. So here we're thinking our money is value. But as you can see, throughout history, gold and silver have maintained their purchasing power, unlike other currencies which we have. What's relative here is the purchasing power of the dollar, which is based on how much is printed. The more money we print, the less it's worth. It's the rarity of something that creates its value, or finiteness. That's why gold and silver is so valuable. You can't corrupt it. Now, it's one thing to be able to make money, but it's another thing to keep it. Did you know that there are tax benefits to own gold and silver? Certain types of metals are reportable and others are non-reportable. Now, if your goal is to accumulate wealth, do you think it's important to buy the right kind of gold and silver? Absolutely. And at 7K, we help you determine what that is so you don't make mistakes. And speaking of mistakes, let me tell you about the 1.2 with the MS-70 Silver Eagle. Now, MS stands for mint state. It's a grading system, and an MS-70 means the coin is perfect condition. If you purchased one of these coins every single month since 1986, you would be sitting on a $1.2 million portfolio. It would cost you less than $50,000, but would be worth $1.2 million today. But check this out. If you had a 2012 MS-70 Silver Eagle, it would be worth $150. But if you had one from 1996, it would be worth $6,000. And if you had one from 1999, it would be worth $19,000. Wow. Don't you wish someone would have told you earlier? Dude, well, here we are now. So while yes, these coins of the past are valuable, something to consider is that you never know when you'll pick the right here. Who knows what the coins you buy today will be 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. So there are many reasons why collecting these coins is smart. That doesn't mean the good news is that the only thing that makes it hard is here. Why? Because of discipline. Most people lack a little discipline. You learned about the MS-70 Silver Eagle. You know all about the $1.2 million stake. The question is, you'll find one, purchase it, and then continue to buy one every month for the years ahead. Chances are you won't, but you should. It's an optional program that metals for one of the things we are most loved for. Basically, we will send you a valuable collector's coin every month without you having to look at it. And at the end of the year, you'll be able to look back and see that you've been collecting something that will change your life forever. Something that will have a lasting impact for generations to come. The fact is, you didn't spend the money anyway. So you might as well spend it on something that will help you accumulate. Our autosaver program not only helps you with discipline, but it also gets you in the coin collecting game, which is one of the most valuable things we learned as we researched gold and silver. You have no idea how valuable, how easy it is to collect the right coin, know what you're doing. So by participating in our autosaver program, you get all these benefits and the option best suits you. We have options at many price points, helping you get started for a new feel comfortable. You'll see that most of the options come in some sort of series or a set of collections. One of our favorites is the MS-70 Silver Eagle State Label Series. Some of the options you will find have very low mintages, points in the series. Others have higher mintages. Some run for shorter periods of time and some for years. One of the most important things you will find in whichever autosaver option you choose is rarity and storage, which ensures each coin that arrives at your house each month has value. You'll find that it may be hard to decide which option to choose. Don't worry, many of our members get 2 or 3 of them. You can have an MS7 with Silver Eagle shipped to you each month, a variety coin, a specialty coin, which is gold or silver collectible, or all 3. So by choosing to become a member of 7K, you get access to our buyer certification program with no monthly fee, access to unlimited silver and gold bullion, no minimums, no maximums, purity, access to our exclusive autosaver program, access to the collectibles that show to be the most rare and hold the greatest promise. You also become part of like-minded people that are changing the industry and ultimately the world. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there are 7 power of gold and silver provided for people like you to create financial independence, preserve wealth, and live an exceptional life. While collecting gold and silver certainly contributes to this, we don't stop there. If you like our story and want to share it with others, we will. Now, it's no different than you sharing your favorite restaurant, a movie you like, or a new book you just read. No different, except we actually pay you for sharing. The fact is, if you like something, you share it. And we feel you should be rewarded for that. We certainly appreciate it, and that's our goal. Beyond that, it's just another way for us to use the powerful exceptional life. Oh, one last thing. Something we noticed as we did our research was that some of the wealthiest people and corporations make up the largest finance sector. We learned from them silver and gold is really about lifestyle. What better contributes to a rich lifestyle than travel? Not to mention, it's something that just about everyone wants to do more of. So we decided to reward you again for being part of this episode. City purchase and 7K Advantage is a personal travel booking site. Inside that portal, or the phone app, if you choose, you'll find over 800,000 ways to save. From your favorite local restaurants to great deals on big name brands, travel for business, or what we like, for fun. The average member can easily save over $1,000 per year without even trying. One of our members reported that they saved several $100s on each. Think about it. This member benefit alone is worth every penny of the membership. And it makes you feel like you're getting free silver every month. With the 7K Advantage, you'll save more than you have to spend. So you can spend more than you want. So here's what I want you to do now. Click the button below that says become a member. Or if you don't see one, get back to the person that sent this to you and they can help you start. If you're even the least bit curious about how we pay you for sharing, click the button below that says next video. Click the video you see on the screen. Either way, I'm genuinely excited about the journey you're about to embark upon. You are literally one click away from accumulating wealth and enhancing your lifestyle like thousands of our other members. You have nothing to lose. I suggest you take all this knowledge I shared and do something with you. Click the button. Begin your journey. And remember, we believe.
Okay, so Zach did a really nice job of explaining that. Okay, so I'm gonna get back to my PowerPoint here. Okay, so all right, so just real quick, a little bit about 7K in case you're wondering. Okay, just it because you know me from somewhere. whether it's through Facebook or my business or whatever. But it's also, you may not have ever heard of 7K, and you could actually, and I highly encourage everybody to do this, because I always do this too. Anytime you're experiencing something online or whatever, or somebody shares something with you, always do your due diligence to make sure that you understand everything about the company or whatever first. So just real quick about 7K. They do have a physical location. They're located in Idaho Falls, Idaho. They do have, they have a building. So if you're in Idaho Falls, Idaho, you could actually walk right into their building and talk to people there, and, and transact and do things there. So they do have a physical building. They have a A+ Better Business Bureau rating, and they have a 4.5 out of 5-star review for customer reviews. And one thing that that's always, people always look at this, but what I think is the most critical thing in any type of Better Business Bureau report is the fact that the customer complaints, they have 0. Okay, so they've been in business, and because usually with customer reviews, somebody might say, "Hey, I liked everything; it was excellent," and then they give it a 4 out of a 5. Or else they have somebody that might say, "Well, they had an issue with one specific thing or whatever," and then they give it 1 star or something like that. So the stars reviews are always excellent, but what I look at is the customer complaints. Okay, but they actually do have a general website, and like what I want to share with you here tonight, the opportunity I'm going to share with you here in a minute, is like if you went to their website, it's going to ask you, and you tried to create a membership, they're going to say, well, who referred you? Because their whole thing, when the founders, Zach Davis, Roger Ball, and Josh Anderson, got together, what they wanted to do is they wanted to create an opportunity for people, the average person, regardless of their income, regardless of their background. How can we make it so that everybody has the opportunity to save in the form of gold and silver? So that was what their focus was. Instead, that's why they came up with 7K. But they not only were they going to do it so they can make it affordable, but at the same time, it's going to be something that's going to start helping people build generational wealth, help them build their wealth and have it accumulate over time. Because even like with the 401k or stocks or something that you invest in, it doesn't instantaneously make you money. You're putting money into it and it's growing over time. So it's like, this is the same concept, but with gold and silver, which is proven through the course of history. I mean, you go back to the course of time, gold and silver has always maintained its purchasing power, where it's always held its value. You go back a couple hundred years, you have a gold coin, and people right away know that it's valuable and it's worth a lot. Okay, and like I said in a couple other presentations, you go back to, what did one of the wise men bring the infant Jesus? He brought him gold. He didn't bring him real estate or Bitcoin or cryptocurrency or something like that. Of course, but you think about it, it's always stood the course of, the test of time as being a valuable, asset or something that you could save in. Okay. It's always maintained its purchasing power and its value. Okay. So that's what they want to do, is when they came up with this, the idea to do this, they also said, okay, what can we do to reward people for sharing our company with other people and sharing this opportunity and the information and helping people create a better lifestyle for themselves. And so that's where they came up with their compensation plan. And that's what I want to share with you. This great opportunity I'm going to share with you is something that you can take part of. Okay. But like, even if you didn't want to take part in the compensation thing, you could still actually create a membership and just, do the auto saver and have, once a month, have something shipped to you on autopilot, just like a 401k where the money's coming out of your check, except it's going into whatever you're having it diversified into. But in this case here, once a month, you would have, whatever autosaver type of product you choose would come to you once a month, and you're then building the wealth on that. Okay. And there are different ways, and I'll get to how you could actually liquidate it, or what, if there's something ever you wanted to do where at some point you needed to, you had an emergency come up, or you needed the money for something, you wanted to take your savings in the form of gold and silver. There's options you can do, and I'll share that here in a moment. But just real quick about 7K, the founders, Zach Davis, he's the gentleman that we listened to in that video. And then there's Roger Ball and Josh Anderson. And Roger Ball, that name sounds familiar to you. He's actually the founder of a $2 billion company, and that is actually Melaleuca. He's one of the founders of Melaleuca, and actually Melaleuca, everybody knows, has been around for decades. They're a real solid company. So that just shows you the type of people that are behind, the company 7K. So it's like it's a really great company. Everything that I've experienced since day one with them has been phenomenal. They even have an excellent customer support. Like if you have questions after hours, they do have a live chat after hours, so you can always ask questions there. But then, and they're very knowledgeable, and they always, they're really prompt and responsive. So it's something that, really, I'm really pleased from day one about how well their customer service is. And to me, that's the most important thing about any company is how do they react to you if you have questions, or if you have, need stuff answered where you're not quite sure about something. That's what's really always nice, okay, because they have, we have access to them through different means, whether you call during the day or else you access them through chat. Okay, so that's just a little bit about that. So what I want to share with you here is real quick is a video on how you get paid. Okay, so this is, whoops, where are we going here? So this will show you the compensation plan. Okay, and if you're interested in doing this now, like I said, you don't have to do this, but with the opportunity that I want to share with you here tonight, by default, you actually can qualify this even if you don't want to. So that's what I want to share with you. Is this Zach will go into, this is Zach again. He's going to go into a little bit more detail about how you get paid, and I will jump on here back here in a minute with you afterwards, and we'll go from there. And then I'm also, you might see me pop off the screen here for a minute because I'm going to make sure this is running okay on YouTube. Okay, so here's Zach again. This is a short, it's like a 3-minute video.
So you want to learn more about how you get paid for sharing? Smart. There's nothing worse than the emotional pressure of not having enough money to pay the bills or being able to live the life of contribution. So right now, I'm going to show you how your life is about to change financially forever. It's super simple, and it goes like this. Our standard annual membership is $199. Our standard plus is $359, and our premium annual membership is $499. Now you can't go wrong with any of them, and they all put silver in your hands immediately. When you refer your first 2 memberships, you will immediately have 2 teams and will now be qualified to earn commissions. For simplicity, let's call them the right team and the left team. Every time a standard membership is purchased in your organization, you earn 50 rewards points. A standard plus earns you 100, and a premium membership earns you 150 rewards points. When you accumulate 500 rewards points on both your right and left teams, you earn a $500 commission check and become an associate. Now, for those who really want to make an impact and some serious income, we have different levels of achievement. And the higher your level of achievement, the higher your check. When you achieve the rank of associate, you can earn a $500 check per week. As a copper, $1,000 per week. A bronze, $2,000 per week. Silvers can earn up to $3,500 per week. Golds are eligible to earn up to $7,000 per week. Executive golds, $10,000 per week. And our presidential golds can earn up to $12,500 per week. Share, earn points, and get paid. It's as simple as that. Now, let me ask you something. How much different would your life be if you had an extra $500 to $12,500 per week? What would you do? Would financial pressure be gone? How big of an impact could you really make? You could almost feel the weight lift, can't you? Now, remember, you earn 50, 100, or 150 rewards points for each membership in your organization. But you don't just earn points on memberships. For each coin of the month anyone in your organization purchases, you earn an additional 15, 20, or 30 rewards points. So whether it's a membership sold or a coin sold, you earn points. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if for any reason you ever want to sell your gold and silver bullion, we offer the highest buyback price. That's all there is to it. So here's what I want you to do now. If you like our story, become a member, share it, and get paid. If you like the idea of buying gold and silver and you want to get it at the best price, become a member and join the Coin of the Month program today. Either way, you win. Click the button below now and take the next step to changing your financial future forever. Welcome to 7K Metals, where we believe in you.
Okay,
So you want to learn more about...
All right, that's not that one. Okay, so he did a really nice job of explaining their compensation plan, and it really is that simple to do. Okay, and basically, if you're like he's in the one video I shared with you, he used the example. If you go to you go to a restaurant and you like something that you have at the restaurant, you go to another, you tell your friends and family or whatever, and they go there too. And do you get anything for it? No. but the business does. But in this case here, what they're doing, 7K is doing is like, you know what, this is a great opportunity for every person to actually take part in it. So you know what, if you share it with somebody, we're going to reward you for it. And it's simple as that. There's nothing hidden on, nothing underlying. So whether you decide you want to do that or not, that's totally up to you. That has nothing to do with what I'm, I mean, it's part of what I'm sharing with you tonight, but it is a great additional income opportunity for you. So like if you have, maybe 3 or 4 people that you might find interested in doing something like this, go ahead and share it with them. And let's like with me sharing it with you here tonight, it's like if you see the value of what I'm sharing or what's been taught in this presentation, the information that's been shared, if you understand it and it's like, yeah, this makes total sense, and something that you want to take part in, yeah, by all means, go ahead and do it. If even if you just took the information that I shared and just ran with it and never look back or whatever, or just didn't do anything with it, at least you know what you should know about the value of precious metals saving in the form of gold and silver. And just think, with what Zach shared in the videos and what's been been presented so far, is now you see why the wealthy have been doing it for generations. They don't say how much they do or what types they do it, because that's their own personal thing. And for a lot of times people will want to share this, people are always amazed by the wealthy people and, oh, look at them. But, if they were asked, what do you do? They won't tell you specifics as to how they do it. This is something specific that is being shared with you here tonight. It's something that actually tells you exactly how you can go about changing your current situation and your future situation. And it's like I said, it's just incrementally, it's something that you can do month by month, and then just go from there. Okay. So what I want to share with you, the opportunity I want to share with you, is this opportunity with 7K, but not just the opportunity of 7K, but the opportunity to work together as a team. And it's not my team, it's not your team, it's our team. It's something where we're together, in order to qualify for those ranks, to go up to to copper, to silver, to bronze, silver, and all the way up to executive gold, you do need to work together as a team. Okay, and that's part of why 7K did that. Their compensation plan this way is because they want to pay it forward. They want to help people pay it forward, and so on and so on. So in this case here, in order to actually qualify for all those different levels, if you're like in network marketing or something like that, you might have a very easy time with this, because you already have connections or whatever. But if you don't, if you're the average everyday person, you can share it with your family and friends and people that you work with, and don't feel bad about sharing it, because it's something that, even if you just share the video and say, here, watch this, let me know what you think of it, at least they have the knowledge. Okay, because it's like, if you have something good happen to you, want to share it with people, and don't feel bad about sharing it. It's just, that's how human beings are. We like to share what happens good, and of course, a lot of people spend more time focused on what's happening bad. But in this case here, this is something that's really good. Okay, so and what I like you to do right now, if you're interested in going and taking part of this and creating a membership today, what you can do is send me an email. Okay, and send an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. And in your email, what I would like you to do is include your phone number, and then also your preferred email address. And also, because again, besides the weekly and monthly drawing that I'm doing here, I do have something that I'm putting together that I'm waiting for everything to come in, get shipped to me and everything, that I want to send you a special welcome package that's just from me personally, not from 7K, it's just from me personally, that I want to send to you. So no matter what country you're in, if you're in Singapore or something like that, I'll still pay the shipping and everything to get it to you. So that's, like I said, it's just something from me personally. So if you put your mailing address in there, I will be able to send that to you. But go ahead and send me your name, your preferred email, and your phone number. And the phone number, I just want that for just like a text purposes. I will not call you unless you say, hey, Rick, give me a call. But because I prefer to do stuff by either, email, text, or even Zoom meetings. I can be more than happy to jump on a Zoom meeting with you and explain things to you too that way as well. So, but that's the main thing, is just so we have a more than just the email communication way. Okay. So when I get your email, what I'm going to do is I will send you a link to sign up with. Okay. And right now I'm going to tell you, it's not even my own link. Okay. So what I'm doing is it's part of the paying it forward process that 7K has. So I'll be sharing with somebody else's link with you. And when you get that link, I'll give you my phone number. So you will have my phone number too. So it's not like I'm going to ask you for yours and you're not going to get mine. Okay. So you will have mine. And I just ask that if you keep in mind, I'm in the United States, just outside Chicago. I'm in North Aurora, Illinois, so I'm in the Central Standard Time Zone. So keep that in mind if you're in another country or another time zone, okay? So anyways, I will send you a link, create your membership, and then as soon as you create your membership, send me your username, because when you create your account, you actually pick a username, and that username is actually going to be part of your referral link that you share with people. So, pardon me, excuse me. So like in this case here, like mine is 7kmetals.com/Rick F. Rick F is my username. So like if that's, you'll create your username, and whatever your username is going to be the tail end of your referral link. Okay. So send that to me, and then I will in turn use that to share with somebody else. So you see how it starts going, how it starts working, paying it forward. But then also when you get this, the link, let me know if you have, like if you're watching this and your husband or your wife would be interested in doing this, let me know that, because one of the stipulations that 7K does have is that per household, if one person joins, then the other member of the household, and they have a limit of 2 per household that can join. So that person would have to join through the initial members of the household's link. Okay. So in this case here, like if you're watching this and your husband or your wife would want to, they'd want to do this too, you could create your link, and then they would have to sign up underneath your link. And then basically with you sending me your link to share with somebody, the next person that signs up, you're already qualified as an associate. Okay, so you need one left and one right to have 2 teams, and then you're qualified as associate. And then you qualify based on point levels. Once you hit the 500 points, then you'll get the commission check. Okay, so that's how it works. So it's, and like if you have 5 or 6 people that you may know of it, from work or something else that you're dealing with, whether it's your church organization or whatever community group or whatever you're in, if there's other people you think that might be interested in it, let me know that as well, because then we could work at strategically using your referral link with other people too, okay, to help you qualify quicker. Okay, and that's one thing I did want to point out here real quick. I did mention the here's my username is Rick F. So like when you do create your account, make sure it's something that's easily remembered, and then kind of make sure it's professional to maintain the integrity of 7K. Don't put something kind of sketchy on there. So because you want to maintain the integrity of 7K. Okay. But like in this case here, like if you're watching this on YouTube or something, you didn't want to go through the process of sending me an email and waiting for me to get back to you, which I will do it as quickly as I can. But you could always go to 7kmetals.com/Rick F. And if they ask you, if it prompts you to say who referred you, you would just put in Rick F, and then it would allow you to create your membership. Okay. So that's one way to do it too. But I also did mention, think about this just real quick. As far as sharing the opportunity, if you go to church, or if you're a church group, or like say there's some club or something that you're a part of, and share it with them. Okay. And this is one thing I wanted to kind of mention too, is if you're working for, with any organization that does fundraisers, okay, this is a great opportunity to be a fundraising thing too, is because not only would people be able to, and I can talk to you more about this one-on-one, but people would not only be able to, contribute towards whatever fundraiser you're doing, because any of the money that you get from the promotions of, or the sales of memberships, and that as far as qualifying as an associate or above, you could put that back into the organization. But at the same time, the people that are taking part of it, they're actually getting a physical silver or gold or whatever autosaver they pick. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind too. That's just that crossed my mind a couple days ago, and so I thought I'd share that with everybody, because that is a great opportunity. It would be some way for you to qualify quicker too. Okay, so just to keep that in mind. Okay, so I wanted to share something real quick. So the membership packages, the standard membership is $199. The plus is $359, and the premium is $499. So it depends. Each one is different. Okay, so like when you go to their homepage, it goes a little bit in more detail of what's involved in each package. But you can pick one of the packages. And like when this was introduced to me back in December of last year, 2020, it was exactly 2 weeks before Christmas. So I was kind of on a tight budget for things. So I just went with the standard membership, and also with the basic autosaver. And the thing about it is, whether the membership packages have different benefits, but they all get the 7K advantage. They all have healthcare. They all have a gold backed a gold-backed IRA account that you can create with them. There's all these other benefits, which I'll show you here on another screen, but they all come with the same benefits. And as far as you qualifying for, associate or copper or bronze, silver, all the way up to executive gold, it doesn't really matter what you start with. You can always change it for one, but then at the same time too, yeah, you get more points or something to start with. But whether you start as a standard membership or a premium membership, like if you wanted specifically just to get gold or super rare collectibles on a monthly basis, then you would go for the premium. But if you just wanted to collect like the Silver Eagle State Series, that's actually what I'm working on now, is putting together all 50 states of the United States and having a complete state United States 50 coin MS-70 perfectly graded set. And that, like, similar to like the $1.2 million mistake that everybody made, when I get that 50 state set series put together, every collector, it would be chomping at the bit to get their hands on that, because it's a complete set and it's all perfectly graded. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind as you're doing this. But like Zach mentioned in the video, to go through the buyer certification thing, I've gone through that 3 or 4, actually halfway through my 4th time on that now, because each time I listen to it, I pick up more information. It's really a wealth of information that they share, and it's something that's easy to do. You can watch it however long you want to and stop it wherever you have to, and when you want to go back to it, it'll pick up where you left off. So it's a really nice process that they have there, but that's another benefit they have. So anyway, so with the memberships, you have $199, $359, or $499, and the autosavers right now, the basic is $105, the variety is $139, and the specialty is $309. So the specialty would be gold or low mintage coin that you would get every month. Basic is with what I have right now, which is this Silver Eagle State Series MS-70 perfectly graded, and the variety is the 7K State Animal Series, which that one's actually a colorized coin, so that one's a little bit more, but it's still an MS-70. Okay, so that's what your choices would be. So what I wanted to do is I just want to share with you real quick. Say if you were looking for this from the standpoint of saving for, like I said, I can attribute to it like a different type of, like your own personal 401k in the form of gold and silver, okay, instead of, a 401k with a company where you're actually diversifying it into different things. But in this case here, I look at it as a personal 401k for myself. And because I'm a business owner, so it's like I don't have a 401k to offer my employees, but this is something that I do share with them as an opportunity to use for a way of saving. And this is something that you can do too if you're a business owner and you want to give another added benefit to your employees. And it's something that it's another way of paying it forward, really. So anyway, say if you want with the Silver Eagle, the autosaver at $105 a month. With the shipping and insurance, it actually comes out to $116, which actually, when you break it down on a 30-day month, that's like $3.87 a day. And so basically, not only are you saving in the form of silver or gold, in this case here it would be silver, you physically have it. Okay, so you have the value there. It's going to increase in value. With it being MS-70, it's always going to maintain the highest buyback value price, because it's a perfect graded coin. If you walked into a coin dealer and showed him this, he would know that if you were trying to sell it, you were going to get like the highest buyback price period, because they know there's nothing better than an MS-70. Okay, so just keep that in mind too as far as the value of the coin. But so if you had 12 months at $116, so you would cost you $1,392 for the year for just the autosaver. But if you became an associate, which is referring to people, and you hit those points, and with the when you create your autosaver, it has 5 days throughout the month that you can choose from. There's the 1st, 8th, 15th, 21st, and 26th. So you see, not everybody that signs up is going to pick on the same day. So that's how you're able to get points throughout the course of the month. And if once you qualify for an associate, and the people that are below you are, doing their autosaver and, having people sign up, then that's how you would get the 500 points per week. Okay, and you might not hit it right, in the first month or two, but if you're aggressive and you can actually share this opportunity with a couple of people right off the bat, there's a chance that you could actually, hit associate right away, and actually even by the end of this, today is Wednesday, you might even hit it by Saturday, because they cycle their points on Saturday night, and if you hit the points for the compensation plan, then they deduct those from your point total, your left and right, and then they send you a check for $500. Or in this case here, it usually goes into your Sound Money wallet first. And real quick, that's one thing I did want to point out. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. With when you create your account, you're gonna make sure that the address you put in your account is the same that matches your driver's license or your state ID. Okay, because that's one of their checks and balances. They do actually ask for a copy of your front and back of your state ID or driver's license, or depending on what country you're in, what you have, because they have to do that by law. The government makes them do that because they have to know who their customers are, because we're dealing here with gold and silver, and then also the fact of the potential to earn money as well. So they do need to know that. You do have to be of legal age, working age, in order to partake in this. So you have to have a social security number. You should have a driver's license or a state ID. And so, with the social security number, because they will, this is something with the compensation. They don't take taxes out of your pay, your weekly pay. So we'll have to kind of check with your accountant or CPA to see what they would recommend as far as what percentage. Typically, I always do myself like 40%, which I know is probably high, but just check with your CPA or account as far as what you probably should put on the side for taxes. So they will file a form with the government at the end of the year, providing, usually I think for anything like income wise, once you make over, I believe it's 600 a year, it has to be reported. But like in this case here, what I wanted to share with you is with this return on investment savings, I like to call it, because you know what, you are paying for this, but you're saving. It's just your form of your own personal 401k in silver and gold. So if you became an associate and at $500 a week times 52 weeks, you're at $26,000. So your cost would be $1,392. Your amount that you could potentially earn is $26,000. That's a return, a 1,767% return on investment. So your net profit would be like $24,608. So that just shows you the power of, what potential you have. So if you work with it and you share the opportunity and you qualify as an associate, that's just at $500 a week. But what if you hit the $1,000 a week, which is copper? So you're spending $1,392 or saving instead of $1,392, and you're earning $52,000. I mean, that's huge. This is something that you could just do in addition to your job. I know there's some people that are members of 7K that actually do this for a full-time living, and this is how they make their money. But there's other people that do it on the side and they build up a nice little nest egg. And, this would be a great opportunity if you're willing to work with it and share the opportunity, you can actually have a great opportunity to pay off a lot of, get out of debt and actually start saving in additional ways in the future too. So there's a lot of opportunity here. So that's, and it's not required to, as far as, wanting to earn in that, but by default, by working together as a team, done correctly, at some point you will wind up with a left and a right team, and you will have 500 points on each side. So at some point you will qualify as for a payment. It may not be right away, but at some point you will in the course of the year. But also what 7K is doing kind of special, that's kind of nice right now, is they started this at the end of last year, where if you qualify as an associate, so you have two team members left and right, and you don't necessarily have 500 points for that week, but if you hit 250, what they'll do is they'll do a cycle check for 250, and they subtract the points from your account. So that's the way they're getting, helping you get more money back into your pocket to actually help you not only pay for things, but help with bills and stuff too. So it's a really great opportunity here. Okay, so just real quick, like to cover what Zach said about the receiving, how do you become an associate? So you receive the points for your monthly autosaver. So like after you create your membership and you have your first, like today's the 23rd, like if you wanted to wait till July 1st or July 8th or something to have your autosaver shipped, as long as you stay active within a 30-day period, you will maintain your rank and also the points that are associated with you. So like if you did qualify as an associate and you had a left and a right, and you missed out on the autosaver where you didn't have it shipped or didn't have it set up, then the points that you have, you lose your rank. Okay, so that's the part of why the 7K did the autosaver thing, is because they're trying to show people the value of saving on a regular basis. And that's why they refer to it as they created it just to help you and I have something similar to like a 401k. I'm not saying, this is similar to it, because once a month, you put X amount of dollars towards silver or gold, and you have it shipped to you. And month by month, it starts accumulating. But like with the autosaver, once you set it, you can pretty much forget it. So, for the next year that every month you're going to have, X amount coming out of your, being charged to your credit card or coming out of your bank debit card. And, and you have the gold or silver shipped to you. Okay. So it's something that, I highly encourage whenever you share this with somebody, just encourage them to partake in the autosaver. That way they don't forget, to stay active within every 30 days, and the autosaver will help accomplish that. So also you get the points when you have your own autosaver shipped to you, those points go to your left or right, and you can control that. And I'll share that more in another video, or when I reach out to you direct. But also there's something they have that's called loyalty rewards or loyalty points. And what that is not only do with your autosaver do the points go on your left or right, but there's another section in the back office where every time you have an autosaver shipped to you, you get the points associated with it into your loyalty points. And also, like if you refer a member, like for member referrals, there's like 100 points that go into your loyalty points, because it's their way of thanking you again for being loyal to 7K. And what happens with those loyalty points is you can accumulate them, and they have specific types of coins and different collectibles and rare items that you can actually trade those points in for. Okay, and so that's separate above and beyond the associate in getting paid weekly. It's another extra benefit that they give their members. Okay, so you get the points there. Then when someone under you joins, like you have the 50, 100, and 150 depending on the membership package. So those points go towards your downline. And then also when those members have their autosavers shipped to them, those points go towards your downline, besides that getting towards theirs as well. And also there's like I said, your username will be your referral link, part of your referral link. So if anybody clicks on something on your website and they purchase something, those points and everything will get it attached to you and everything. So, and also that's another added benefit too, is like if you have this website, you put the link on your Facebook page, Instagram or Twitter page, or wherever you're at, or even LinkedIn, like in Facebook, if somebody clicks on it and they go to buy something, it's going to say, hey, are you a member? And if they say no, and it'll say, well, if you are a member, this is your price. And if you want to become, if not, this is, if you are a member, this is your price. If you're not, this is your price. And then it gives the option to become a member too. So that's just another indirect way to get somebody to sign up or actually have them attached to you. Okay. So plus, the points towards any of the purchases goes towards you as well. So this is how the downline looks. We'll just do it this way here. So to become an associate, you just need two direct referrals. So like I said, if you had a husband or a wife or something that would want to do this as well, you would create your account. I would send me an email. I'll send you a link. You create your account, and then you let me know what that link is. And then so like if you had a husband or a spouse, or maybe like your graduating senior from high school or whatever wanted to do it, they could sign up through your link, and then you just need one more. So you get two direct referrals, and then you're qualified as an associate, which is $500 per week. So then your next goal is to help those two people become an associate. So it's the pay it forward plan. Okay, so you help your first two referrals become an associate just like you are, and then your next two direct referrals here, those would qualify you as a copper. So you're already at $1,000 per week potential. Okay, so then it just is a matter of the points. So as you see here, like this being you, your direct referral, their sign up points go towards you, and their autosaver points go towards you. Then this person's sign up goes towards you, and their autosaver goes towards you, as well as that person. So you see how it builds up. So it's not that difficult to achieve if you just share it. Okay. And so then just to recap the levels of the compensation plan: associate, one each on each side, is $500 per week. Copper is at $1,000 per week. Bronze is $2,000 per week. Now this is per week, not month. So you get this when it cycles every Saturday. This money goes into your Sound Money wallet. Okay, so this is something you get paid weekly. It's not something where most places online you're waiting a month before you get it. In this case here, even for your job, if you started a job and you work today, you're not going to, on Saturday night, you're not going to get paid unless they're paying you in cash. But so yeah, this is something you get paid weekly on. Okay, So keep that in mind too. The silver is $3,500 a week. And I'll just real quick point out what the 7K did as an additional bonus for their members, because they want to show how much they appreciate people sharing the opportunity. If you hit the rank of silver within the first 90 days and you hold that rank for 45 days, whereas like, you hit the rank of silver, okay, and the qualifying members continue to do their autosaver for the next 45 days at least, they will give you a 100-ounce silver bar, okay, as just their token of appreciation for doing that. And right now that's valued at like $3,100, $3,200. Okay, so that's just an extra bonus that they're giving people. So they really do go out of their way to have a lot of benefits for the members, for them to share the opportunity. So after the silver, it's gold at 7,000, executive gold's 10,000 per week, and presidential gold is 12,500. And just to kind of recap this, I've had the income disclosure up here the last couple of slides because we're talking about the potential of earning money. Now, there's no guarantee. If you don't share it, at some point you will most likely get the points to qualify, but I have to have the income disclosure on here, because if you just do your membership and your autosaver, you will at some point, like I said, because working with me and having it work the correct way, you will, earn some passive income. But I do have to have that up on here because we're talking about the potential earning money. So when they put this presentation together, out of all the people, and this goes from November of 2016 to October 2020, when they put these numbers together, for that time period, all the members that had either qualified as an associate or were earning money or had the potential to earn money, where they may have qualified but not received a check yet, out of all the people, 92% of them were associates. So that's people that just referred to people. Okay, so they stopped there, or they just had trouble sharing the opportunity, or whatever the case might be. So 92% of the people were associates. 6% were copper, so it's at $1,000 per week. Bronze were 1%, silver was less than 1%, and then the gold and executive gold, those were less than 1% as well. I do know for a fact that there were some gold and executive golds, but they were still at less than 1%. So that's kind of the breakdown. So just to recap all the member benefits, you have access to the Sound Money wallet. You have the autosaver program, which you can set it and forget it. Like I said, it's your own personal 401k in the form of silver and gold, which is really nice because you physically have something and it's maintaining its value, and then growing. And then they do offer 7K healthcare program. So like if you did not have health insurance, you could purchase healthcare through them. They do have an open, like any business out there, they have an open enrollment period. So if you did need it, you would have to check with them as to see when that would be, because I'm not 100% sure when it started or when the open enrollment period was. But they do offer a supplemental insurance as well. There's dealer direct pricing, so you get the best possible price on silver and gold. And basically with that, whether you buy one thing or 100 of one thing or 1,000 of something, you're still going to pay the same piece price. And that's why the dealer direct pricing is important to know, because a lot of companies will say, well, if you buy one, it's $200, but if you buy 100 of them, we'll drop it to 150 a piece. They do that type of thing. With 7K, they don't do that. So whether you buy just one of something or you buy 1,000 of them, it's still going to be the same piece price. Okay. And that's also the 7K limited edition and rare coins. So they do have some really nice exclusive coins. And like one of the most recent ones that I actually picked up was the Hands of the Hand of Hamsa, which is this here. So it's a colorized coin. Okay, this is actually, they only made 2,500 of these, and this is a PF70, which is a perfectly graded cameo, ultra cameo coin. So it's like, this is really nice. Okay, it's hard to show how sweet it looks in here, but it's a really nice coin. So this is, this is just one type. They are always coming out with special limited edition collectibles, and like some of them are, like this one was 2,500. Some of them are like 500. There's been some that are like 250. So they do have some rare ones. So that's really nice too. There's 1099 tax advantages, because there are different advantages to saving in the form of silver and gold, and as well as 2+, once you earn a commission check, you are acting as a business, so you will have different things that you can use as business write-offs. As far as that goes, I would probably check with your CPA or your accountant. And then also there's the They offer a gold-backed IRA, which is pretty nice. They have the 7K advantage. You have the residual income for lifetime. So as long as you stay active and your members stay active, it just keeps coming. Okay, the compensations will still be there. And that's what just encourage people. It's like, as you're encouraging people to start doing this, so just remember to stay active, because once you qualify for the points in that, you're going to continually receive those compensation checks once the points start accumulating up. So just it's something to keep in mind. And then of course you have the sales from your e-commerce store, because you will have your own website. Okay, so when you look at all that, this is something that it's one of the most incredible, it is the most incredible opportunity I've ever had shared with me in the last decade. And I wish it was something that the 7K came around a decade ago, because I would probably be talking to you from a lot better, different place right now. I'd probably be sitting on a boat or something somewhere. So, sharing this presentation. So just there's a lot more involved just than the membership. Plus you do physically get something when they send you your membership package. You will get a graded coin, and depending on which package you choose, you also get this book that I have in this picture here. It's this was actually my membership pack, which is the standard. I actually had an MS69 coin that was sent to me, so it was a physical silver graded coin. I had the book, and even though it was an MS69, that's just like a hair shy of being perfect, it still has a lot of value to it. So you do get something with your membership, plus you get all these advantages back down here. Okay, so there's a lot involved here. So again, to recap, to go ahead and start today, what I would like you to do is, you can, if you're watching this on YouTube or something, you can go to 7kmetals.com/rickf, and you can create your membership there. And then I will reach out to you too after I see you create your membership. But at the same time, if you want, you can, if you're watching this live right now, you can send me an email to rick@silverandgoldsolutions.org. Have your preferred email address, phone number, and address if you want me to send you the welcome package. That's from me personally. Then I will, in turn, after I get your email, I'll send you a link from somebody else's link, and and I also have my phone number on there as well, so you'll be able to reach out to me that way as far as text or whatever. So once you get that link, create your membership, then go ahead and send me an email back and say, Rick, this is my username, this is my referral link, and then I will in turn share that with somebody else. Okay, so you see how it goes. So how it just, everybody's working together right from the get-go, and that's important, because in order to be successful with this, you do need to work together, and the more people that you can have helping you, the quicker you're going to rank up. Okay, so then, we'll just keep the ball rolling. So, and at some point here in the next couple of weeks, I'm trying to update a website so everybody has something for reference, just for general information. But I'm also going to be creating a Facebook group just for us, our team, to work together, so we have another means of communicating. So that's just going to be another option coming up. So I really appreciate your time this evening. I hope you got some great value from this. And even if it's something you don't partake in, at least you have the information, and it's something that just keep in mind for down the road. And when you're sharing this with people, if they're not interested, just say, okay, well, thank you for taking the time to watch it or listen or whatever. And if you know of somebody that might be interested in, let me know. And give them my name, give them my number, whatever. So there's different ways to go about this. Okay, so don't feel like you're pressured to do something, or don't feel awkward about doing it, because this is really information that everybody should know. Okay, so I want to thank you again very much for taking the time to watch this presentation. I look forward to working with you, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening, and we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.